It's time for the NEC Open mic, and really it was only a matter of time before my guest today stopped by. She is the reigning and defending Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Tournament MVP, the newest member of the 1,000 Point Club. I could keep listing her accomplishments, but I know everybody wants to hear from her. It's Ny'Ceara Pryor. Ny'Ceara, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be back.
Now, let's start with the most recent of all those accomplishments, the 1,000 points this past week in 57 career games, one of the fastest in league history to reach that mark. So, how special is that for you, and how difficult is that to do?
Uh, hey, not a lot of people get to do this in 4 years, so I'm just grateful for the opportunity to, have the ball in my hands and score at a high rate. Like I said, I'm very grateful, highly favored by God, so I'm just very grateful for the opportunity.
Now, out of all the 1,000 points, I'm going to put you on the spot. Are there any of those 1,000 points that kind of stand out as your favorite points, a favorite basket, or a favorite play during that
Oh yeah,
stretch?
definitely. Well, we could talk about the championship game last year. When I hit the step up jump shot to actually make the lead go to seven at that point. And then another bucket that I had when I spent and I made the layup in Stanford in the NCAA tournament. They were kind of like my two favorite scores that I really enjoy, going back and watching.
Big baskets on the biggest stage. Do you remember your first points way back when, that first game that you played last year?
Yes, actually, it was against I think a D3 team. I want to say. Uh, I had it was like the beginning of the game, like not even 5 seconds into the first game, and I just went around and laid the ball up like a floater almost, and then I scored my first college point. So that was an amazing.
And now here we are, and obviously a lot more still to come. I want to go back to the championship game. The one thing that stood out to me, I remember you were in the post game press conference meeting the media. You just won, and you were already talking about, hey, I got to get in during the summer. I got to improve the three. I got to work with the coaches. I got to get in the gym. And I'm standing there thinking, like, this season's not even over yet. And you're already thinking
Yeah.
ahead to next year. So, how did those off-season improvements go, and how did you kind of compare yourself mid-February last year to mid-February now this year?
I think I'm playing, better basketball. I'm becoming more of a better leader. Last year I was a freshman. This year I really got my feet wet into that leadership role. So that was my biggest thing, working with my coaches on, leading my team in a better way than not just scoring, really locking down on my defense. Like I said, the three is still something that needs to be worked on. But I really don't be shooting the ball like that, but I really still should continue to, have that confidence within myself and shoot the ball at a high rate.
Just give defenses something else to think about, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Now, I know they don't hand out the trophies in February. They don't put up banners here in February, but the team right now is in a great place. Picked as the favorites, and here you are, first place. A lot of depth, a lot of positives, pointing to Sacred Heart maybe becoming the eighth repeat champion in NEC women's basketball history, but that can't happen right now. So, what are the challenges that the team's currently kind of focusing on to not look at that big picture at the end of the road and kind of go possession by possession and still improve here in the moment?
Yeah, our biggest thing is, to stay focused, foot on the gas. We're gonna give everybody's gonna give us their best game. Everybody we have that target on our back. Last year we was the ones that were hunting other people, and now we are the ones that are being hunted. So we just want to continue to have that foot on the gas, not overlook any of the teams that are in the NEC that we still have to play. And continue to do the things that make us great.
Now, switching gears, I kind of want to get into talk about education with you because I'm an educator. I know you've talked about getting into education. Your mom is a teacher. So, where did that interest of kind of getting into education and the importance of working with kids and the excitement for that, where did that kind of come from?
So at first I wanted to be a doctor. I always told my dad I wanted to be a doctor, but as I got older, I started to see that education is very important for the future of our society, and I just want to make a difference in someone's life. Like my mom, she's a teacher, but and she's in the Baltimore City system, and not a lot of people make a difference in that community. But I want to be one of those who make the difference in the community and be that person for someone else.
Now, I saw over the summer on Sacred Art social media did a great summer backpack giveaway in your community. It looked like, a great reception, a great turnout there. So, what did that kind of mean? What was that day like to kind of be able to give back to your community like that?
Yeah, it was a lot of emotions, I was very proud of myself and I know my community was proud of me as well. I always want to, give back to my community the same way someone gave back to me. And like I said, I want to do that for years to come. That's not just one thing. But I just feel like that was very important for my community. And I actually live in that area. So it was just an amazing experience to do. We had over 400 and something book bags given away, free
Wow.
food, moon bounces, and I had an amazing time though. It was a great turnout.
I know the kids had probably had a lot of fun, but I'm sure you had a lot of fun doing it as
Yeah,
well. So it kind of worked out both ways.
yeah.
Now the other thing I wanted to ask, over the summer, NCAA women's basketball came and toured around the Sacred Heart campus, and we joked last year, oh, does Ny'Ceara have a shelf big enough for all their trophies? And they actually went to your crib, and we actually got to see the shelf where you have all your trophies. But the question I have is it big enough for any more trophies? Like if you get trophies this year, will you
Uh-huh.
need to get a bigger shelf?
Yes, definitely. And these are only just a little bit of my trophies that I have gotten over the years of playing basketball, but I need a bigger case. The more I keep grinding and keep, my foot on the gas, the more the accomplishments will come. So I gotta plan for a bigger shelf eventually.
Now, again, keeping things in the moment. The team is off on Thursday, but hosting Wagner for Senior Day coming up on Saturday afternoon. So, what might be some keys for that next game coming up against the Seahawks?
Like I said, Wagner is a very aggressive team. They're a very good team. So, like we said, we don't want to overlook anyone. We want to, stop them in transition. That's really one of their best games is in transition, and play our game. We don't, like we said, we don't want to overlook nobody. So we're gonna have that foot on the gas and play our game. Go to our strengths.
Looking forward to it. And we're going to finish here with the final five questions, some quick hitters, nice. So, just give us the first thing that comes to mind. All right.
Okay, got you.
All right. Favorite snack, junk food?
I love cookies, or like a
Okay.
tasty cake.
Okay.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
Best dance moves on the team besides yourself?
Ooh, I would have to go with Big Sierra. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now we saw in that crib tour that you had a great sneaker collection. So what's your favorite shoe that you have?
Oh, I just got these new Jordans. I got the Jordan 4s, the
Ooh,
midnight ones. So that's one of my favorites that I like to wear.
okay, new edition. What would you rather have? Because Valentine's Day is coming out right after this. This will come out on social media. So what would you rather have? 100 roses or 100 chocolates?
100 roses. I like
Ooh,
roses. I'm not really a chocolate fan, so 100 roses is something that I would like. Yeah.
okay. And last, finish this sentence. Sacred Heart repeats as champion this year if
If we play our best basketball.
certainly doing that right now. We'll see if that can keep things going. Be sure to check out Ny'Ceara and the Pioneers Saturday, February 17th, 2 p.m. against Wagner on NEC Front Row. Ny'Ceara, thanks so much for taking time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
Be sure to check out the full episode of NEC Women's Basketball on the Run, available now wherever you get your podcasts.